Hey yo, this your man Big Zizzo. When I first got this, now I'm not the most computer savvy guy that's out there, so I try my best. When I first got this webcam or whatever, and decided I was gonna do videos, main thing I want to do is kind of like shed light on some of the underrated and forgotten MCs and underrated and forgotten albums in the history of hip hop. So the first person I want to talk about is a West. He's actually a West Coast MC. He was part of one of the biggest groups and one of the best groups in the history of hip hop. But he had two mega three actually it was three mega stars in the group. So it was always easy for him to be overshadowed. But he was dope. He was no doubt the second best MC in the group, and that's MC Ren. MC Ren is one of the better MCs in the history of the West Coast. That's no doubt. But I guess rhyming next to Q, a lot of times he would get lost. And to me, the one record where it really showed that Q was better was if you listen to DOC's Grand Finale, how Q's verse just wipes the wipes the floor with everybody else's verse on the song. But that doesn't mean that Ren didn't do his job. He did. He did his job. And that's the thing about it. I think a lot of times when compared to Q, especially on the Strata Compton album, whatever, he wasn't, he wasn't as good, but he was still dope as hell. And it's at one point when Q was gone, I read when Q had went away to school, that Ren wrote a lot of the songs for Easy Does It. That's Eazy's best solo album to date, period. You know what I'm saying? And Ren wrote a lot of those songs for him. He held it down. And also after Cube left the group, period, on that Niggas for Life, you know what I'm saying, which is the album, I honestly I'll admit that I didn't think it was going to be that good. You know what I'm saying, without Ice Cube, who was my favorite member of the group. I honestly didn't think Niggas for Life would be as good as it was, but that's because Ren held it down. You know what I'm saying? That song, Change the Sea. You can't change me. I guess I'll be your nigga for life. He killed that record. You know what I'm saying? Just you listen to the album, you listen to that Niggas for Life, you know what I'm saying? You'll see where I'm coming from. Now, he's dropped quite a few solo albums, like The Villain in Black, Ruthless for Life, and they were all solid. None of them were great. They were all solid, but it just goes to furthermore show what I'm talking about, that how good MC Ren was as an MC and how he's been forgotten. I don't think history's really been as kind to Ren as it should have been. But when you have three megastars in the group before you, Easy Q and Dr. Dre, I guess it would have been easy for him to be overshadowed. But people, real hip hop heads know that Ren was dope, and he's no doubt one of the best MCs in the history of the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who was as good as Ren, you never want to say he was a second fiddle. You know what I'm saying? Because that's doing him an injustice. He was a dope MC in his own right. So this your man Big Zizzo signing off. I want to say peace to the boys at Doc Got It like always. Y'all holding down the internet. And then, like I said on that mixtape, if you ain't down with Doc Got It, you ain't down with shit. Holla.